Hello, BigTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to LizziefayeLovesBooks. I'm Elizabeth, and it is almost February, which means it is time to dust off your prairie bonnets and get ready for the Little House Readathon. I am so excited. This is going to be the 5th annual Little House Readathon. I had to look back and just see when our first one was because I couldn't remember. So I came up with this idea in 2020. Well, I actually had the idea before that, but in 2020, I had the idea to just have a short little readathon in the month of February because February 7th is Laura Ingalls' birthday, and she lived to be 90 years old and died on February 10th. So for this 4 days, February 7th through the 10th, I wanted to just celebrate her life and read anything by or about or related to Laura Ingalls Wilder, Little House on the Prairie, the TV show, anything like that. So after I hosted the first year, one of the booktubers who was really the most active and the most involved in participating was Naomi from Naomi's Bookshelf. So she joined me as a co-host the next year. And then the year after that, Lindsay from Lindsay Reads also was a very active participant, and she joined us for the live stream and became an official co-host the next year. And so true to form, I have invited one more co-host for this year, and I think this nice group of 4 will round us out for the coming years. And our new co-host this year is Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Writes. Mitzi Reads and Writes. So I am really excited to bring you the Little House Readathon again this year. Now, I think the other co-hosts have already put out their videos, so you may have already seen some of them or all of them at this point. I'm a little late to the party. I know. I think it was Gandhi who said, I must hurry and catch up with the others because I am their leader. But I have had a super busy week. I've had some out-of-state company that we took to Disney 3 different times. I worked 2 days, and on Monday we went to Tampa because it was my daughter's birthday. So it wasn't on Monday, but we went Monday to celebrate because that was a holiday. So yeah, it's just been a crazy busy week this past week, and I wasn't able to get anything filmed until today, this afternoon, Saturday. So this will be going up as soon as I get this filmed. Anyway, we've got some exciting things planned for this year. It is just 4 days, so there are no prompts. There is really nothing to do to participate other than read anything by or about or related to Laura Ingalls Wilder. You can watch some of the TV shows. You can get them on DVD. I'm sure I don't even know if they're streaming anywhere. They're almost always on reruns somewhere. And if you don't have them on DVD, check and see if your library does. That is, if you still have a DVD player to watch them on. But anyway, our main focus here is to read something that is related to Laura Ingalls Wilder or by her, of course. If you have never read any or all of the Little House books by Laura Ingalls Wilder, start there. Start with the first one, Little House in the Big Woods, if you have not read any. And if you've read some, pick up where you are. But we do have a group read so that if you have read everything and you are looking for something else to read, then you could reread this or you could read it for the first time. This is Oldtown in the Green Groves by Cynthia Rylant. This was written about the 2 years of Laura's childhood that she skipped over and did not write about herself in the Little House books. This is the 2-year period of time when the Ingalls family lived in Burr Oak, Iowa. And from what I have read about that time, it perhaps was not the most positive time in Laura's life. And there is some speculation about why she skipped over that. And more than likely, the reason is because she was writing for children and she just simply decided to skip over that portion of her life. And it also made sense with the timeline of things because she made herself a little bit older in her other books than she actually was in reality when they lived in each of the earlier places. So you know, it just made everything even out for her to skip this time in her life. But I am just really curious to see what Cynthia Rylant has written about that time in the Ingalls' lives when they lived in Burr Oak. So this is going to be our group read. It is just 164 pages. Check and see if your library has it. If they don't, I really don't want anybody to have to buy a book. But if you feel so inclined, you, of course, can find it, I'm sure, on Amazon, eBay. I personally got my copy at the Little House Bookstore in Mansfield, Missouri, which is where Laura wrote her books. But they're not open at this time of year. That's the one sad thing about the timing of this readathon, is that all of the Laura Ingalls Wilder museums are out of season right now. They are closed for the winter. So I doubt you'd be able to order it from there, but you can get it somewhere if you choose to, you know, if your library doesn't have it. So anyway, we are going to be reading this one as our group read. Now, one thing I forgot to mention to our hosts, we started a little host group on Instagram, and we were chatting and making plans, and I didn't think about this till just now. The past couple of years, we have been doing trivia questions, and they are in this little book, the Little House Trivia Book. So year before last, I read the questions during our live stream for Little House in the Big Woods, and they were pretty hard. If you hadn't read it right, you know, just in the last recent days, it would be hard to know some of those answers. So since last year our group read was The Long Winter, we went ahead and skipped over and we read we did the questions and answered the questions for The Long Winter. So I'm not sure yet for our live stream whether we'll go back and do the questions for Little House on the Prairie, or whether I will just make up a few fun questions from Oldtown the Green Groves. I don't know. So we shall see. Anyway, it'll be fun. Whatever we decide to do, it's just for fun. So no worries on, no worries there. However, if you want to, play along in the live stream and be able to answer questions, more than likely we will have a few questions from this book, and we might do the questions for the book Little House on the Prairie by Laura Ingalls Wilder, because that would be the next in step, if we continue to go through this book. So anyway, the live stream will be on my channel here at Lizziefaye Loves Books. It will be on Saturday, February the 10th, and we don't know the exact time yet. Most likely it will be, I believe, at 6 p.m. Eastern, which is either 6 or 7 Eastern time. Two of the hosts are in Pacific time, and two of us are in Eastern time. So we're trying to meet in the middle, and I will definitely get that scheduled, and I'll announce it, and just watch your subscription feed for that, and my community tab and everything, and I will announce it there. And I believe the other hosts will do the same. So just know that it'll be sometime in the afternoon or evening on Saturday, February the 10th. So if you want to go ahead and get this read ahead of time, then you'll want to do that. So let us know in the comments of our announcement videos what you plan to read for the Little House Readathon. And let's just chat in the comments. Now, I have a rather extensive playlist that I started back in 2020. I went through all of my collections of everything. I went through all the different things at the time that I knew of that existed as far as, Laura Ingalls Wilder related books and things. So check out some of the videos in my playlist if you feel so inclined. Be sure to check out the other hosts. As I mentioned before, they are Naomi from Naomi's Bookshelf, Lindsay from Lindsay Reads, and Mitzi from Mitzi Reads and Writes. So be sure to check out all of their videos. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I think that's about all I need to tell you for right now. February 7th through the 10th are the official dates for the readathon. But if you're like me, I sometimes will just read Laura Ingalls Wilder related books all throughout the month of February. So feel free to just explore the world of Laura Ingalls Wilder and enjoy whatever you decide to read for as long as you decide to read it. Another thing that I failed to mention to the other hosts is that I will start some new threads in my Goodreads group, which is Lizziefaye's Comfy Corner. I've got a folder for the Little House Readathon, and I will probably make a new topic for this year. So please come on over to my Goodreads group. You can feel free to share your TBR there and anything you would like to chat about. I've got one thread for where you could talk about your experiences with reading Little House on the Prairie, whether you were a kid or an adult, if you have visited any of the museums, anything like that. So I would love for you to come over to my Goodreads group and feel free to share anything you would like there in that on that platform. So that, I believe, is everything that I wanted to share with you in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll join us in February, and I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.